Hi, Cypress parents. I'm Amanda Pinther. I'm one of the English teachers at Cypress High School, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my philosophy on teaching and what's going on right now in English 10, because that's the section that I'm teaching right now. My philosophy for teaching English is teaching students how to ask the right question instead of memorizing everything that I tell them. I don't think that promotes critical thinking. I think having them come to class with questions and asking their peers, asking me, is promoting that critical thinking muscle in their brain. And so the way that I format class is I frame it around the novels that we're reading. So for English 10 right now, we're reading Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. We will have, our next book is I'm Malala by Malala Yousafzai. And then we have some oodles of poetry to end the year with. And so we have these weekly student-based discussions. And I'll pop in and interject maybe once or twice during the class period, but they're basically run by students and they're for student voices. So they can come in and ask questions about what happened if they didn't understand it. They can mark passages and they can read the passage aloud and ask the students, like, how did you reflect on this? Oftentimes they'll bring up global context. So how does this fit into a global world? They'll bring up author context. Oh, I wonder if the author did this in his life, and they'll have the opportunity to research that in class. Thematic analysis is also a really big one that I'm pushing for all the time. Narrative structure, so how a story is told and how does it affect the reader's interpretation, and then the writer's style. So they're just kind of big things that we frame our discussions around. I always try to bring in a research portion to each thing that we are studying in class so that students are interacting with the World Wide Web on a regular basis. And they do bring that research into their formal papers for each book or for each unit. I usually have 2 pieces of formal writing that they'll turn in. And those formal pieces of writing will be worth 50% of their grade. Students always have the opportunity to rewrite, to meet with me and brainstorm, to meet with me and come up with ideas. So if your student is struggling on any of those steps, I always offer some extra support there. And I think that covers English. I'm also, during non-COVID times. I'm also Cypress's mountain bike coach or club advisor, if you will. I've taken students out on trips at the lagoon trails over near Shoreline Middle School, and we were planning a bunch of trips last spring before March 13th happened, but eventually we'll get to those. And then also I do teach yoga as well. So if you have any questions about those, please feel free to shoot me an email or stop by in the Zoom to ask. Thank you.